Alright, go.
Welcome to the King's Chapel and Burying Ground. So this burying ground is one of the oldest places in Boston proper, and it is usually the fifth stop on the Freedom Trail. So the chapel is made of Quincy granite. You can see that right there. So some say that the chapel was founded in 1686, but the actual date of establishment is unknown. The chapel was built on top of part of the burying ground due to the lack of space. King's Chapel was originally made of wood, but they wanted to make it like sturdier, so they built the Quincy granite around it, and then when they installed the windows, they took out the wood from the inside and put them through the windows. The chapel was designed by Peter Harrison and James Freeman. That was a priest at the church, introduced Unitarian ideas into the chapel. The King's Chapel and Burying Ground are currently owned by the city of Boston. The chapel is still holding Sunday morning prayer. The chapel is also the resting place for many famous people, including John Winthrop, the colony's 12th-term governor, and Mary Chilton, the first woman to set foot off the Mayflower. In the early 1800s, the gravestones were moved and into like chronological order, so you can see that over there. This was the only burial site in Boston for 30 years, from 1630 to 1660. The bell hanging in the chapel was created by Paul Revere, which you can probably see when we go in there. This is the last and the largest bell that Paul Revere ever made. Paul said that it was the sweetest bell that he ever made, and it still rings every Sunday.